Hello, Jeff. I hope you're fantastic today. In today's video stream, I want to share with you UPW Insights Part 24. Yes, we got back to the UPW, and this is actually where we want to talk today. And by the way, if you want to watch myself in 4K resolution and a better sound quality, just jump into my channel on YouTube. It is pogodora, pogodora. Alternatively, you can just go into my own profile. There you can find my website and click on the fifth link, and you will also jump into the stream. Okay, without further ado, let's jump in. Today's theme is identity. Today's topic is identity. So, identity. When I talk about identity, what do you think about it? What do you think about your identity? Well, basically, we define ourselves in a certain way. We our own define ourselves in a certain way. What's the definition of yourself? So, how do you define yourself? It's what makes your identity. Those definitions incline the beliefs about who we are, how we live, what we can do, what we cannot do. In fact, the strongest force of human personality is the need to stay constant and consistent with how we define ourselves. So, if you stay consistent and you have the same perception of yourself and the same definition of yourself, of all your skills and things you don't like, of how you live and who you are, of all those things, when you stay consistent, this is what makes your definition who you are. And remember, whatever you are right now or where you are right now, it is a result how you have defined yourself in the past till now. How you identify yourself, definition of yourself, right? The definition of yourself from the past till now, till this very moment, is what you are right now. Right now. The definition from the past till the very moment right now is where you are and what you are right now. Therefore, when you change your definition of yourself, you change your identity. If you change your identity, you shift your identity, you shift the results, the long-term results, and the results that you have for a long term. And to do this, rewards are partaken a huge role. If you don't have any rewards, you cannot shift. You have to shift yourself, and when you want to shift yourself, when you are not satisfied where you are, you have to shift yourself, and when you have to shift yourself, you have to put in rewards. If you don't have any rewards, you cannot shift yourself. Okay? Rewards take a huge part in those shifts. Whatever we are rewarded for, we continue. If we don't get any rewards, we don't continue where we are or what we are doing. For some people, the rewards are money. For some people, it is recognition. For some people, it is love or anything else, or maybe some goodies. But we need rewards to continue doing something. Same goes for the definition of yourself. And by the way, if you have currently like people with depression, people with some psychological issues, the number one drug for those people to soothe those pain is problem affirmation. If you have problems with your psyche, your number one drug to go for is problem affirmation. What is the problem affirmation is all about and how you use it? First, you have to imagine yourself. You see the problem right now. For example, you have social anxiety, where you are depressed and something, and you see just a problem there as a way of no return. And now I want you to shift the perception and imagine how you already overcame the freaking problem and how you stand. How do you feel when this problem is no more there? When there's no more limitation, how do you feel? Close your eyes right now. And now feel when you see this problem currently in front of you. And now see how you overcame it. See how you become the best version of you and just this problem is no more there. Put in posture on when you have win against a problem. See your grace, see your greatness. Just feel it. How does it feel when you just overcome this problem? How does it feel? Comment down below. And now ask yourself. Oh yeah, and by the way, unlimited options do not happen if the mind is judging you. So by the way, we have actually, all people have unlimited options. Full stop. The problem on if what we don't see those. We simply don't see those because our vibration is not equal to those limited options. This is more like this limited options. And unlimited options are not become seeable as far your mind is judging yourself. When you judge yourself, I am like this person, I'm this person, I cannot this, I cannot that, and you limit yourself in your own mind. This is where you don't get unlimited options. Thank you for watching, Mom. Thank you for watching. Okayama Tsubasa. And these unlimited options we can get. But how we get it is, first we have to stop to judge ourselves. Our mind has to stop to judge ourselves. Has to stop to say we are this, we are not that, we can this, we cannot that, and stuff like that. This kind of definitions that we are giving to ourselves, what we can, what can we not, is what makes us having those unlimited options or not. And this judgment, it happens only through our freaking mind. We judge ourselves and say, we are this, we cannot do that. We are this, we cannot do that. I have this, or I cannot that. It is just limitations. Our mind is limiting ourselves. It is no one else. It is not Corona. It is not someone. It is not the politics. It is your own mind that is limiting yourself. So what you should do, you should get rid of those limitations. Ask yourself, when you're already in this kind of state, now you have this problem and you just face this problem, overcome this problem in triumph against the problem. Now ask yourself, what are you after? When you are overcome this problem, now you have won against the problem. What do you do afterwards when you just do it? What's the next goal? What's the next step? Okay? You got it? Then the next step. Then the next step. And you see, when you ask yourself those kind of questions, there's really easy questions like next step, next step, next step. What do you after? What do you after? What do you after? Well, you get a freaking roadmap. You get a freaking blueprint for yourself, your individual blueprint. How you can move on. And when you do those steps and just overcome the problem, and then you will see when you do those steps that this problem that you are facing right now is so freaking small. Because when you do those steps, you see that afterwards you see that you're growing. And then you can look back to the situation where your body is right now. And see that this problem that you are facing right now is nothing against those things, those goals, those achievements that you got just by asking yourself those things. Hey, thanks for watching, DJ Crooks John and Hasegawa Magoto-san. Now, next one. How do you manage it? Ask yourself, how do you manage it? When you go through the steps and watch back to the problem, how do you manage it? When you look back from this very situation, where you have already 10 steps ahead of this problem that you're facing right now, and you look back, what have you done? Ask yourself in this very state of mind, and then you will see. Then you will see how you have done it. You will see how you managed it, how you managed to overcome this problem, because there is no thing such a problem. The only problems that we have is on our mind. It's the only limitation that we set for ourselves. These are these definitions that we give to ourselves, that this problem is impossible for myself. Or I'm not capable of doing this because I have this. Excuse. You see, those words that we are telling to ourselves, becoming ourselves, where we are not changing words. What I have told you, like the several days before, like yesterday and the days before yesterday, what kind of words you should use and what kind of words you should erase from your lexicon. You should just erase it because they are not beneficial for yourself. They are just holding you down. They are shackles that bring you back every single time. It is like a freaking basket with freaking crabs. You know, basket with crabs? If you put a basket with a little water and crabs, after several days or weeks, those crabs will eventually die. And when one crab tries to go out of the basket, what will happen? Every other crab will pull it down. And this is exactly what happened if you set yourself for those words. Now the next thing. Because when you want to shift yourself, you have to take what? Separation into consideration. And separation is always suffering. It might be separation with something, with someone, with a belief, with a thought, with an excuse, with a justification, with a blaming others, complaining about things. You have to sacrifice all things. You cannot get to the next level if you are not willing to sacrifice anything. Full stop. You cannot get anything if you are not willing to sacrifice anything or something. It is really important to understand. And this kind of sacrifice might be just your thought, just a belief, or the thing that you think that you are not capable of, but you are. But you have given yourself this kind of limiting program because everyone has told you back in the days you cannot do it. And then you have projected it on yourself and say, hey, this is myself. This is my own individuality. Because you gave yourself this definition that I'm like this. But you are not. In fact, this kind of definition is just limiting you. It doesn't open your doors, it closes the doors. Every single time you give yourself such a limiting definition. Like, I cannot, it's impossible, it's so much limiting. Or what if? Such words are so much limiting. They're limiting your mind, they're limiting your own action, they're limiting your own life and your own achievements. Now, There are always people in this world who are going through the same that you are going right now. You are not the only one who are facing those problems that you might have right now. But there are people who have been overcame this problem or this things that you have right now in the past, or similar things that you have right now in the past. And this kind of people, if you search those things on the internet, through Google, Facebook, and YouTube, and so on, you can find those people. Facebook, you can find Facebook groups who are face the same problems that you're facing right now. And some of them have overcome this. And you can take it as a freaking blueprint for free. If you say, I don't have money, I have kind of maybe social anxiety or other diseases, and I say, hey, this is my blockage, I cannot overcome those things, and well, there are people like self-help groups in Facebook, even you can join them for free, and you can get some information how some people overcame their own issues. You don't need a therapist, you just need someone who has done the same and show you the blueprint, so you can follow the steps. Now, pain is shared as human experience, but suffering is optional. Pain is shared, and people share pain. For example, when your parents, your grandparents have been in war or something like that, they will share pain with you. But you can choose if you want to suffer like them or not. You can choose. You can choose to be in a suffering state, or you can choose to be in a normal state, in a beautiful state, how Tony Robbins is talking about. And it's up to you. And I don't want to judge you that you have chosen the suffering state. It's up to you. Some people want to suffer. Some people enjoy suffering. Some people love to suffer because they become victims. And when they become victims, people will approach them. And they will get like this kind of, hey, you poor thing. And this is a way of getting love from people, by showing how they suffer. Why the old people are talking about their own freaking diseases and their own freaking miseries? Well, because they want to have the same feeling. They want to have the compassion from you. And because they want to have it, they gain it and they suck the energy from you. Because you also start to suffer like them. And when you start to suffer, they get energy. And you don't have to blame for them because they're doing it unconsciously, but they're doing it. Now, so suffering is always optional. Pain is transferred from human experience, but suffering is optional. You can make pain a good teacher for yourself. This pain might help you. In fact, every pain, every freaking disease, everything which we perceive as bad is a freaking gift. It's a freaking gift because it is a freaking lesson that we have to learn. And the more we run away from it, the harder this lesson becomes. Again, every negative things in this world that we are perceiving as bad, everything that we're perceiving as bad is a lesson. It's a gift. We have to appreciate it, not run away from it. The more we run away from those gifts, the more they will get our ass. And the more we will suffer, or we perceive it to suffer. But when we take it as a gift with appreciation, and take this lesson, and overcome this lesson, we can live the best life that we can live, beyond your own dreams. There are enough in this world of blueprints, people who are already doing it. There's some guy in the US who is just, he was there on Tony Robbins, he has just one arm, literally just one arm. One arm, in this one arm, it was his left arm, first of all, and it was just one finger on his arm. He has no feet. But his freaking dream is to become a wrestler. A wrestler. Every normal human being will say, it's impossible to become a wrestler for you. But he said, no, I can do it. And he just ripping it. Literally. He's a freaking multimillionaire. Just with one arm. He has written 3 or 5 books already. In his 20s. The only thing that we have are just excuses. Literally. And these are limiting for ourselves. So we have to take these lessons, not run away from it. Now, there are some things in our lives where we have just say like, hey, you have just one choice. You have just one choice, no choice more. You know, and Simon Junak, I have also noticed you. Thank you. You have just one choice. No choice, just one choice. But actually one choice is the same as 0 choice. And this kind of one choice, or it comes from scarcity. It comes from this conditioning that we think it cannot do anything else. But it's always an optionality. There's always another option. And infinite options if you follow your heart. If you walk through your heart. If you don't walk through your mind, because your mind say, hey, this is impossible. There's just one chance. You have just one choice, no choice anymore. And one choice is the same as no choice. Right? Therefore, if you follow your heart, you will open your freaking eyes and see that there are far more possibilities than this one only choice. And your mind is telling you. Sorry. Now, let's get to fear. In the past, I've talked about a lot about fear, but I haven't talked about this one thing. Fear is indirect imagination. Full stop. I say one more time. Fear is indirect imagination. Now, fear is something we having from something which is uncertain. We cannot have fear which is certain. Fear is never certain. It is always indirect and uncertain. Why indirect? Well, you might have a fear of, for my example, I have fear of spiders, for example, right? And the fear of it is, well, when the spiders come here, what might be if? This is uncertainty. So it's indirect. It's indirect. You cannot really take it. Now, if you take the other part, which is faith. Faith is direct imagination. Because you have already the experience, and you have done it several times, you get the freaking skills and you get the freaking faith. Because you believe in yourself, you believe in those things. because you have done it, you have seen it, other people doing the same. And this is direct imagination. Because you have actually experienced it, you have done it several times, and you see how it works out. It's not fear, it's not something uncertain. This is something certain. Faith is certain. Now the next thing is, faith rewards the long term. If you have faith in something, it will always give you a long-term reward. Full stop. If you have fear something, you might run away from something, okay, and you might have this short-term reward. Now let's get to what is the short-term reward and the long-term reward, because some people just don't understand it. Well, for example, you get a freaking camera and you just have it as a toy. You just use the camera as a toy. Maybe DSLR just a toy. Sometimes you use it, sometimes not. And this is just a short-term reward. You just get, yeah, I got the camera, cool. You make some photos, and after several weeks, it just stays somewhere in a corner, stay on the shelf. Now, a long-term reward is you get a camera, and you're a freaking cameraman, or you're doing YouTube or something, and you are really getting money from making photos, from making videos using this camera. And by doing so, it is a long-term reward. And if you have faith, it is always a long-term reward. Because you have the structure there. You have your feeling there that you are certain. And we already have faith when we were born. Yes. We have the core faith. The faith in ourselves, which is actually our mission. We came to this world with our freaking mission. And this is a faith. We believe in something. Which is far above every conditioning of your parents, of the society, of the social media, of the media, of the politics, and everything. It is far stronger because it is your freaking mission. Why you are here on the planet Earth. So what I want to say is, don't get in fear. Get into your faith. And I wish you have an awesome day. And yet I just want to make a mass shout out to all the people who just tuned in. To my mom, to Okiyama Tsubasa-san, to TJ Crooks Johnson, to Hasegawa Makoto-san, to Elena Simunjan Tak-san, and other people. Also on Facebook and YouTube and Instagram. Thank you for watching. Have an awesome day, and as always, do not let yourself to passion now. See you not tomorrow, but on Sunday. Okay? Awesome. Thank you for watching.